Hi again, my name's Max Cranley. I am representing Power Squared Limited. My blog space is max.p2games.ca, and this is my third blog to discuss the development of our first iPhone application. It's going to be called Subject94. It's a space shooter. Now we're not only creating this game, but we're creating it on our own engine, which we've developed, called the P2 engine. With this engine, we've developed a tool called the Atlas Creator. And I'm going to show you guys how to use this tool, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about the benefits of the tool. Now, a lot more technical information about how this tool was made and it's the way that it works with our engine can be found on my partner's site, which is dario.p2games.ca. He developed the Atlas as well as the engine. He developed the Atlas Creator as well as the engine, as well as the file format which we save out our images in from the Atlas Creator. And I think it'll all become more clear once I show you the tool and go through it with you. So let's get straight to that. So this is a tool. It's this easy, or this simple. This is a 1024 by 1024 image on obviously the dialog box is not that big. I think it's 860 by 640 or something like that. But the canvas is 1024 by 1024. Again, a power of 2, which, as I explained in a previous post, is very important because for any processor it's easier for it to process numbers that are powers of 2, as in 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and in this case 1024 by 1024. It's also been found that it's easier for the iPhone specifically to process one image and then break it up into smaller pieces than process multiple images that are already pre-broken up into smaller pieces. So we put all of our art for our game into these atlases, and for today I'm going to build the Universal Atlas. We call it the Universal Atlas because this is the atlas that will remain loaded in memory throughout the runtime of the game. So what's on it? Well, we need to consider what we need to be able to access at any one time without any load slowdown. So we want to have the player ship on this atlas because obviously the player ship is going to be there on every level. We want to have explosions because those could happen on every level. We want to have the in-game menu buttons because those could be accessed at any time. We can't control when the player decides to access those. Obviously the user interface buttons for in-game need to be in there. Memory warning screen, game over screen when you lose, because that could happen at any point. So these are the things that we put into the Universal Atlas, and now I'm going to show you how to use it. It's a very powerful tool, although simple, very powerful. So I'm going to start by, I've separated all of my art into one folder called Universal. So all of my Universal Atlas art is in that folder. So I'm going to go to import here, I'm going to go to sprite, and I'm going to import all of my sprites from this folder. Now let me show you where it is. I've separated, as you can see, all the different levels. Here are all our bosses, here are all of our levels, this is our menu art, so this is all of our art for the menus, and here is our universal. So this here I happen to know is a sprite. These are obviously sprites, but they're part of a larger animation, so I'm not going to load those up yet. Right now I'm only going to import sprites because that's what I've told the Atlas Creator tool that I'm doing at this point. So this is a sprite, it's on its own, it has no animation. Let me go through it and find the rest of them. My game over screen, I'm holding command down so that I can select multiple images here. Game over screen is a sprite, low memory screen is a sprite, options text is a sprite, resume text is a sprite. Now the way I know these are sprites, not animations, is because they don't have this set of numbers behind it. I've saved out all of my animations in a 4-number combination. So the first one will be 0000, the second 0001, and so on and so on and so on. So everything that doesn't have that number combination after it, I'm going to select here using my command button, or control if you're on a PC. And that's it. I'm going to open them up. And then I'm going to put them on the atlas. So this has a tool that automatically makes it lock to the next image. Now the really special thing about this lock to tool is that it leaves a 1-pixel gap between all images. Now that might seem odd and like a waste of space. The thing is, and this is actually something to keep in mind if you're ever going to develop anything for the iPhone, is that there is a known bug that has been reported, and maybe they'll be fixing it at some point and maybe they won't, but there is a known bug with the iPhone that if you have a texture atlas and you do not leave a 1-pixel gap between two images and you want to rotate that image, then you will see pixels from the previous image as that image rotates. So it's a good idea to leave a 1-pixel gap when you're doing these things. So here is some simple text which we're going to be getting rid of later, but this is just a this is just me showing you the tool, so I won't worry about that yet. So I'm just putting it over here. I'm going to try to fit everything that I need to into this 1024 by 1024 space, which can be a bit of a mission sometimes, but we'll get through it. Now to select one of my sprites, I just click it, it goes blue, so that's the player's bullet. Now the player's bullet specifically is going to need to have a collision box, because in game when it hits something we want to be able to tell the game something has collided. So all I have to do is go into edit here, go calculate collision boxes, and I get this dialog, and that red box around my bullet is the collision box that has just been automatically generated. So this one's very simple. I hit F to finalize it, and there's my collision box.